What's up, Pokemoshpitbeta? This is Rampage0529 here, bringing you a really great UU match against some guy who goes by the name of the Theinfinitecero that I found off for the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder. I do believe he has a YouTube, so I'll try to include his channel in the description somehow. So without further ado, let's get started with this battle. My opponent's going to lead off with a Registeel, and I too am also going to lead off with a... I can't talk. I too am also going to lead off with a Registeel. We both kind of have the same lead idea, so we both kind of want to get our rocks up ASAP. So I'm going to switch out into my Xatu to prevent him from getting his rocks up, since I do have the magic bounce ability. And I'm just going to go for the Wish after he predicts my switch in his Xatu and goes for the Seismic Toss. And now he's going to go for another Seismic Toss, but I'm not worried because I know I could take another one and then get restored by the Wish. So right here he's going to switch out into his Raikou, and I'm just going to set up a Reflect. I wasn't really hoping he'd switch into his Raikou, more of a physical attacker, but this isn't a good matchup for me, so I'm going to have to switch out. And I'm just going to switch out into my Registeel, because Registeel should be able to take any hit from this Raikou. I do know Raikou can get Aura Spare, and he does go for the Vault Switch just now, but I do know Raikou can get Aura Spare, and if he does go for the Aura Spare, I know I can take it. So he's going to Vault Switch out into his Victini, and I don't want to stay in on this. I do want to get my rocks up, but I don't want to risk my Registeel survivability for it, so I'm just going to switch out into my Milotic, who I know can take any hit, even a Fusion Vault if it does decide to predict a switch. He goes for the V-Create instead, and that does quite a lot of damage, so I'm thinking that this Victini may be Bandit, because this is a defensive Milotic with max defense and max HP. So he's going to switch back out into his Registeel. I'm just going to go for the Scald. I kind of thought that he might go back out into his Registeel, so that's why I didn't want to go for the Toxic predicting his switch. So I just want to get damage on anything, and Scald, is the best option for that. Unfortunately, I don't get the burn, but I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Heracross, because I do know Heracross has the super effective close combat, which can severely hurt this thing. And he's going to go for the Seismic Toss, probably predicting my Xatu switch again. Now right here, my opponent leaves in his Registeel, which is a very surprising play. We were talking on the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder, and he said that he thought he could live a close combat because he's actually max defense and max HP. But my Heracross is Choice Bandit, so I'm not too sure if he would have been able to live that hit anyway. I just didn't know about that. So anyway, I'm going to switch out into my Chandelure, not wanting to take any hit with this from this Victini with my Heracross. And right here, I make a very bad play. I overpredict him to go out into his Cobalion, and he does not. He actually just stays in with his Victini, goes for the Zen Headbutt. Luckily, I am able to live two of those because I do have a Reflect up, which just wore off actually. So I can't stay in. I have to switch out, and I'm going to go out into my Xatu, who I know can set up the screens and take hits from this Victini all day. And he apparently is Choice because he's just staying in and locking himself in on Zen Headbutt. So I'm just going to set up the light screen, thinking that he's going to go out into a special attacker. And now I'm going to switch out, not wanting to take a hit, so I'm just going to go out into my Registeel. And also, this could be a perfect chance for me to set up my Stealth Rock, so that was kind of my thought process here. So he's going to hit me with another Zen Headbutt. I do have the light screen up, so I'm not really too worried about this Victini. And now he's just going to switch out, go out into his Roserade, which I'm not too worried about. If he puts me to sleep, then that's fine, because Registeel just got up the rocks, and that was Registeel's main purpose on his team. But actually, he's going to switch out into his Cobalion, and I believe I'm just going to go for the Seismic Toss just to try and get damage on anything. If he had missed the Sleep Powder, I'd be able to hit his Roserade with a Seismic Toss. That's what I was thinking there. So now that his Cobalion's in, I don't really want to stay in, but I don't want anything else to take the Sacred Sword. So I'm just going to go for the Thunder Wave just to try and cripple this thing. I do take the Sacred Sword, which does a nice chunk to me, and I believe I'm about to switch out now after all these after turn effects, lefties and whatnot. So yeah, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Heracross, who I know can take any fighting type attack because I do resist it. And then I can just hit him with a very strong close combat, because this is a Choice Bandit Heracross, and Choice Bandit Heracross hits like a truck, as you'll see right here. He's going to bring out his Roserade, thinking that he can live this hit because Roserade does resist, but Roserade doesn't have any good defense at all. And Choice Bandit Heracross is able to easily one-hit KO it after the rocks. So Choice Bandit Heracross is definitely a monster. I love this thing. I don't know if I love it more than Scarfed Heracross, but that's besides the point, nor here nor there. So anyway, he's going to bring out his Victini. I'm just going to switch out to my Xatu as Death Father, wanting to see what he's going to lock himself in on. And I don't want my Heracross to take a hit, so that's why I let Xatu die off. I know I can't set up my screens anymore, but I shouldn't need them too much. So I'm just going to go out into my Chandelier. He didn't get his rocks up, so I can just switch in my Chandelier easy. And I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball. And he's actually going to predict that, go out into his Cobalion, and that's actually going to do quite a chunk to him. And I do get the special defense drop right here, but I'm not sure if another Shadow Ball would be able to take out this Cobalion. So I'm just going to switch out, go out into my Milotic. It's better safe than sorry. And he's just going to go for the Sacred Sword. I'm not too worried about that because this isn't my defensive Milotic. But he gets a crit right there, which is very unfortunate. I am faster than him though due to the paralysis, so I will be able to just recover off the damage, as I'm going to do right here. So I'm just going to go for the recover, get most of my HP back, and I'm looking at a pretty good position. He's going to go for the Sword Stance though, which is kind of scaring me because Sword Stance, well, not really. He doesn't show Life Orb and he doesn't have close combat, so I shouldn't be too scared. But having the Sword Stance up with a stab fighting move from a Cobalion isn't really a good thing as well. I'm just going to go for the Skull, and thanks to the special defense drop from my Chandelier earlier, I am able to do quite a lot of damage, and he's I cannot talk. Best stutter on YouTube is right here. So anyway, he's going to hit me with a Sacred Sword, and I'm just going to be able to take him out with a Skull next turn, so that's the end of his Cobalion, which is pretty good. So now he's going to bring out his Raikou, and I thought that he might go for the Volt Switch, but I wasn't sure, so I'm just going to go for the Protect, and just to see what he might want to lock himself in on, because he has Volt Switch, meaning that this Raikou is most likely choiced, and from the Volt Switch damage earlier on my Registeel, I'm pretty sure that this thing is not Spec, so I'm kind of suspecting this thing to be Scarf. So anyway, I'm going to switch out to my Registeel, who I know should be able to take a Thunderbolt, and he gets the Parahacks on me. It doesn't really come into play at all. Registeel is already slow, and I don't believe he gets the Parahack, so I'm not really too worried about it. He's going to hit me with another Thunderbolt. I'm just going to go for the Seismic Toss, leave my Registeel in his Death Father, and also try to get damage off on his Raikou, because Registeel doesn't really show any other purpose in this game, so I should be pretty good without it. So now I'm going to go out into my Porygon Z, and I'm going to scare him out. I don't know why. He could have just stayed in, but he knew that the Thunderbolt wouldn't take me out, so I guess that's what he was thinking. I'm just going to go for the Tri-Attack on his Nidoking. That should be a one-hit KO because this is a Nasty Plot set with Life Orb and Adaptability, and Porygon Z has crazy special attack, so that was definitely a one-hit KO. So he's going to bring out his Victini now, which is almost dead from the rocks, but not, well, cannot talk, but not yet. So I'm just going to switch out into my Milotic as Death Father, I believe. And he's going to actually go for the Zen Headbutt and not the Flare Blitz or the Fusion Bolt, so that's kind of that. Don't know what else to really say. So he's going to hit me with a Zen Headbutt, and I get flinched, which is very unfortunate for me. Had I not gotten flinched, I would have recovered and then taken him out with the Scald. But, you know what, hacks is hacks. Can't really, what was I about to say? I don't know. But, you can't really avoid hacks, I guess. I don't know, I guess that's what I was going to say. So anyway, he's going to be able to take out my Milotic, and I'm just going to bring out my Chandelier to revenge kill him with the Shadow Ball. So he's going to bring out his Raikou again, and this is where shit gets real. So he's going to hit me with a Thunderbolt, so he is Scarfed. He just reveals that he's Scarfed because he's able to outspeed my Scarf Chandelier. So I'm going to go out into my Porygon Z now, who should be able to take a Thunderbolt, seeing as though this thing's not Specs or Life Orb. So he's going to go for the Thunderbolt, almost takes me out, but it doesn't. But he gets the Parahacks, and then I freaking get paralyzed. Oh my gosh, that made me so upset. But he's going to take me out with a with a Thunderbolt. I was going to go for the Tri-Attack, but I got Parahacks, so that kind of sucks for me. So I'm just going to bring out my Heracross, thinking that it's game over. He's going to go for the Thunderbolt, but I'm able to live with it. 18 HP, go for the close combat, and take out his Raikou. And that's going to be a really great match. So in spite of all my stuttering, I hope you guys all enjoyed this wonderful battle. It was really fun. It was a really great match. I hope to battle this guy again sometime. And I hope you guys all enjoyed. And if you did, please push that like button. It really helps out Pokemoshpitbeta. Also, check out my channel if you did enjoy this battle. I do Pokemon Wi-Fi battles with Let's Plays on the side. So that's pretty much my story. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the near future. Hope you all have a nice day. And peace out.